Hey folks, today I have something quite unique in that residents of a crime-ridden community have actually been able to publicly address a high-ranking member of the police after several violent crimes. Specifically, this is the community of Westbury, which is a suburb of Johannesburg, and the community is addressing this police general after two separate shootings took place in one day, that day being yesterday. So let's get started and see what they had to say to this guy.
As a community, this is what we want. One, we want this place flooded with police on every avenue, every road. We want this place flooded with police. That means Westbury, New Clay, Claremont, and Waterval. These are the areas that is a major problem for us. We also want for you to do, which I know for a fact it's going to be very difficult for you to do this, but this is one of the other demands that we want. We want a door-to-door search on every household. Every household. We want this place closed down. There's so many firearms in our area that we're even afraid. Our people are afraid because every 2 seconds they're shooting. Today only, we had lost 2 people in our community. And I'm not interested with regards to whether it's drug-related or gang-related. It's not supposed to be happening. I don't think anybody deserves to die like a dog on the street or being taken to hospital because the ambulance don't come to our communities any longer because of the violence. Drugs is one of the major problems that we have, and the police knows it. They know exactly where all these houses are, but they are still dealing, and there's still shootings. We need a reshuffle at the police station. This is something that we've spoken about a while ago. We've had this meeting, General, where we sat with you in a boardroom and we discussed these kind of things.
Just to clarify, reshuffle in this context means that they want the staff of their police station to be replaced with fresh new staff, because as you'll see, the complaint is that the same cops have been in this area for many years and have been totally ineffective at policing the crime that affects this community. Let's continue.
Yet there's still corruption that we are experiencing in our community. There's been shootings where police was involved that we know of, but can't be mentioned because our people's lives are in danger. Our people are afraid of being witnesses because the police would give the details away to these people that kill and shoot. We need an intelligence immediately deployed to our area, to our community, to stop and search for at least about 60 days. We need that ASAP, starting today. We also want, as I mentioned earlier on, that all entries must be closed, meaning that JMPD immediately also be deployed in our area to obviously assist with the stop and searches. We also want, because we can't find any ambulance in our area, we have to wait and call if somebody was shot or even gotten hurt innocently in the street. There is absolutely no ambulance that comes to our community. We need a priority team that is dealing with all the murder cases, drug-related cases in our area for the past 5 years that has not been touched by police.
The reason that ambulances won't go to several communities, including this one, is that paramedics have no way, unless they are escorted by police, to prevent themselves from being robbed and murdered, because not even ambulances are safe. Criminals will hijack ambulances, and even if they don't straight up hijack them, they will loot them for any valuable equipment that they are able to find.
We also have questions with regards to, and I know we spoke about the very same thing, General, where today a person that shoots in the area gets arrested today, tomorrow that person is out. We want to know why. Is the judicial system involved with us, or are they playing a different game with us? We also want to know, like I said, with arrests and releases, how is it possible?
I can speak personally to the weakness of our judicial system. I mentioned in a previous video how my cousin and I, several years ago, were victims of a home invasion. During that incident, that guy was apprehended, and we went to a police station far from where we live to identify him in a perp walk. So he was put in a room with about, I think it was 10 other suspected criminals, and both of us identified him. Months passed with nothing happening until eventually we were told that the prosecuting authority had closed the case and declined to prosecute due to, quote, lack of evidence, even though we had both identified him visually and confirmed that he was the one that robbed us. So what we have in South Africa is that even if the cops themselves do a good job apprehending criminals, the prosecuting authority may simply just decide to close the case and let the guys back out on the streets.
So those are the kind of demands that we want, and that is not even all. We can continue. I know for a fact, General, that you will not be able to do that. So as a representative of this community, I feel as though we want a higher authority. We cannot accept you only. We need you to get somebody higher than yourself to deal with the situation for us.
Can I respond? Yeah, can I respond? There are certain things that we can do from tonight, like the stop and search that you asked, like the flooding of the area with the police that you asked. That can be done from tonight. Now? Yes, when you leave here. What? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So the other things that we need to do, like your JMPD, then that will, they are already here, but then we can...
Just yourself.
Yeah, no, I know, but I agree, now they close their home. But we will definitely, first thing tomorrow morning, have a meeting with all the relevant role players, where we'll then come up with a concrete plan to address all the issues. All these concerns that you are listing, you are absolutely right. They need to be addressed. They are a concern to us as well. As you are aware that we have the anti-gang unit that has been placed here.
We haven't seen them.
No, wait. So anti-gang unit has been placed here already. So what we're going to do, we're going to reinforce them and bring more people to come and increase the visibility in this area. In terms of, for example, for reshuffling, remember we used to have Brigadier Crawford, remember? And then she was reshuffled and we brought in Brigadier Ndebele. So what I am saying is that we are addressing this thing. Just that, for example, that member that you say is involved, we can't mention his name here publicly. I agree with you, but in private, give us the name and then give us a... Wait. Yeah. So that when we have that name, then we'll be able to deal with this guy that is working with the criminals. I can tell you now from record, we have already anti-gang unit. It's got both the detective part as well as the visible part. In terms of detective part, we have arrested so far in this area, including Eldorado Park. We have arrested 60 suspects. You understand? Some of them, I think some of you know that the leaders in Eldorado Park, like the Relin and them, were able to gather to oppose bail. This concern that you are talking about, that people are getting arrested and being released, we are addressing it and we are opposing bail. So what will happen from now on? If we arrest, with your recognized leadership, we will then say, community, on this day, this guy is going to court. Can you assist us to inform the court that as a community, you don't want this guy being released? We have done it in Eldorado Park. We can do it here in Westbury as well.
We want our people to die, General, then we can do that. But then we will die. That's a definite, we will die.
Wait. No, okay.
I find it flatly ridiculous that in order for violent criminals not to be granted bail, this general is telling the community that they need to put themselves at risk and show up at court to testify. Because, make no mistake, these criminals, if they are aware of who ratted them out, won't think twice about putting them to death in the most violent and painful way they can think of. Because the reality is, and the criminals know this, the cops won't be around to prevent it.
The reason we want the community to oppose bail, from our side we can, from us we can say bail must be, it's just that you will strengthen our hand. But we have also the capacity to tell the court we oppose bail in this instance. But it's just that the community representation just strengthen our hand.
The question here is, why is it even an option for violent criminals accused of shootings and other acts of criminality? Why are they even offered bail? Why is it even an option? That's a flaw, I believe, in the South African legal system. I would say that it is fair that if you're accused of a violent crime, such as shooting or drug dealing, bail shouldn't even be considered. You should be behind bars until you are at trial. But you see, the reason why that's not feasible is that our prisons, generally speaking, are already overcrowded and filled way beyond capacity. So it's a case of they want to let out as many people as they can because the prisons are already full to the brim.
Can I put on a sorry?
Sure.
Can I put in one last request?
Sure.
So between you and I and this whole community and the police force behind you, we know of two people that is the kingpins in our area. Why is it that the police can never get those people together to bring peace in our community because we can't do it? They refuse to listen to any of us because they see us as a different gangster. Now I'm asking, is there a possibility that you'd be able to assist us in that regard, to bring these two people and their gangs together so that we can enforce peace in our area?
Okay. Yeah, I think that those two people, as soon as you give us our names, will definitely do. The police know them. Okay. All right. Oh, wait. Can we talk? Yeah. Can we talk? We from what you said. Remember, we from our side, the police, we will do our part as far as the arresting is concerned. But in terms of bringing them together, we will involve certain people in this community to try to bring the two together. But that does not undermine what we must do as a police. Everybody, every perpetrator in this area will be arrested.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
The question again is, why does the community need to identify gang leaders? Surely if the police were doing their jobs, they would already be aware of who the gang leaders are and how to find them. So this is just par for the course. They're always shifting responsibility and blame onto the community itself instead of simply saying, yes, we are not doing the job we should do, and this is what we're going to do to rectify the situation. Now, I'm sure that this is a difficult situation for this general to be facing. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to be standing in the middle of an angry crowd because things could very easily turn ugly when they see him as the object of their anger and frustration. So I credit him for having the guts to stand openly in the crowd, but nonetheless, it's clear that this community is suffering, and what they're asking for is simply the ability to live in peace and to get on with their lives, like every normal person should in fact be able to.
Look, there's been a lot of overpromise, under-deliver. So as far as the community is concerned, the police has been very incompetent. So we're asking you to publicly tell us, are you going to involve some other reinforcement that can help you, like police, army, and all these guys to come and help you guys, because Sapphire Town is a joke.
Yeah. No. That I've already said. that starting from tonight, it will not only be Sophia Town. We are bringing in reinforcements. They are here now.
Just to clarify, Sophia Town is the name of the local police station in that area.
As we speak. No. Remember the army, the process of to bring. Can I talk, please? Yes. Yeah. To bring the army is a process. You don't just call the army and they come. The president is the only one with the authority that can bring the army. You see. But from our side, I'm promising you that tonight there will be visibility, there will be stop and search. Every soul that is working in Westbury will be stop and search. Sure.
I'm sad to say that even the idea of deploying the army isn't cause for much hope. When there were riots here in KZN last July, after the arrest of former President Jacob Zuma, it took the current president, Cyril Ramaphosa, days to decide to deploy the army. And by the time they got here, everything was already over. The damage had already been done, and it was literally just civilians, our local community, protecting itself. The army was of no practical benefit, and I know that not everyone's going to agree with me having said that, but as far as I'm concerned, that is the truth.
One meeting, guys.
What will it take for Sophia Town Police to be reshuffled? What will it take for them to be reshuffled? Because majority of these cops, the community knows them already. They know what they do. They know where to they collect. What can we do to reshuffle these police here?
I like that question. Yeah, I like the question that you gave. Remember I said to you before there was Brigadier Crawford, you know that?
Yes.
Right? And we had to move her because of the community concerns, right? We brought in Brigadier Ndebele, right? Now, if there are other police corps that you feel they are corrupt or they are used, I said already, they need to be identified. Then we can deal with them.
Sorry, sir. In 4 hours, they shoot 2 guys this morning with no cops from Newlands.
Yeah.
When they shoot my son, only Metro was there. I had to rush my own son to the hospital.
Yeah. That was today.
That was today in 4 hours, a street away. Where are the cops that's supposed to look after the people? They're sleeping here. I stay opposite a police station. If I had to tell you, do you ever see a policeman talk with a drug smuggler? Then the drug smuggler's head is right in the van.
Yeah.
Is that the guys that you people hire?
Yeah.
I'm 72 years old. I know cops. I know cops that do their job. But Newlands, please do us a favor. Take all of them out. Bring people from other. We know. Take them all out. Take them. You are the head. You are the head. You know what? In our time, cops used to stay 3 months on one police station because the community mustn't get used to them. Now, there are cops I can point you. They are 20 years here in Newlands.
Yeah.
Why is 20 years here? But you haven't got hands.
Yeah.
But he's a cop. My brother, you know, to lose the son. Listen here. To lose the son with 4 kids. Who's going to look after that kid? Who's going to look after it? I'm a pensioner, but I'm independent. You understand? But how will I respect your cops? You know, there's something. The day when you leave after your training, you are here to serve the people. You're not here to do favors to your brothers. What our cops now do from 94, they got too many favors for their brothers.
Yes.
So let me.
You know, it's hard. It's hard, Mama.
Yeah, I hear you very well.
And we lose future guys.
Yeah.
Our future president, we lose them here. Our future cops, we lose them here.
Yes,
Our kids, they can't get jobs. At cops. They can't get jobs
Yeah.
as metros.
Yeah, I hear you, sir.
Yeah.
And then we.
That is what happened.
Yeah, no, I'm really sorry about what happened to you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
the child is gone.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
kid gonna play without food.
Yeah.
This kid is gone.
Okay,
But you got cops.
Yeah.
What do you call them?
yeah.
Do their job.
Okay.
I'll give you one thing. You can come in tomorrow and ask anybody of them, the one that was day shift, who got a case of Shannon Boyson that was shoot today. Nobody will tell you.
Yeah?
Nobody will tell you. The docket is gone. We know what's going on here. The docket is gone. Many guys got caught. Then you see the guys walking tomorrow. Then the guy was caught in the car.
My word, community, is that tonight we will flood Westbury. We will stop and search every soul that's walking the streets, and then we will then in the morning then include JMPD to say, JMPD, how do we work together going forward to increase visibility in this space? That you can take it from me.
Can I?
Yes.
Community, can I end up?
Just to clarify, JMPD stands for Johannesburg Metropolitan Police Department, because there are two separate departments with regard to the police in South Africa. You have the SAPS, the South African Police Service, who deal with more nationally based affairs, and then you have the Metropolitan Police Department that is specifically assigned. Each metropolitan area has its own kind of outfit of police. So that's how that works.
Up with this. We really appreciate everything that you said to us tonight, and I know you're a man of God. But, sir, I need something higher. We were initially going to stop now and go home, but I don't think we can. We will wait for General Mawela to come tonight, and then we will disperse.
Did you know, in terms of what can be expected tomorrow, you said that there may be some deployment expected tomorrow.
Yeah.
What can be expected on the ground?
Remember I said starting from tonight,
Yeah.
we already have cops that we mobilize that will be patrolling the streets of Westbury and do all the stop and searches as the community wanted. JMPD that is on duty now, they will also be deployed to assist us. But in the morning, we will then together with JMPD and other stakeholders draw an elaborate plan to ensure that there's visibility in this space.
Is there a possibility that the tactical response team may also be deployed?
Yes, there is a possibility.
So from this, because I'm going to end it off here because there's nothing really of any relevance further in this video, but from this you can see that the general here, at least from my perspective, seems completely out of his depth, because if you listen to his responses to the questions, everything just about was a matter of throwing the responsibility back at the community. Tell us who the corrupt cops are. Tell us who the leaders of the criminal gangs are. It begins to sound like these cops literally don't do anything on a daily basis. If they don't know of the corrupt officers within their ranks, and they don't know who the leaders of criminal organizations are, you have to wonder, what the hell are they even being paid for? And the reason I chose to do a video about this is that it is useful to be able to show you the pain ordinary South African communities deal with on a daily basis. Gangsterism is rife, and it often, as they say, involves the police directly. So when you've got gangsters on the one side of you and corrupt cops on the other, as an average civilian, it's very easy to lose hope and wonder what purpose your life serves and why you should even bother to keep living. Anyway, that's all for this one, and for now, farewell.